Shalom, Kala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai, Ba'Shem Kokwadash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who the house of David be born again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Ashuralim, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about today's news regarding Neuralink's announcement that they successfully implanted the first brain chip in a human. But before we get into that, let's read this. This is Revelations 13-16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. This right here is 666. This is where that comes from. So, as we just read in the Bible, one of the last prophecies is that there's going to come upon the earth a mark, okay? A mark that the leaders of the world at the end times will try to initiate, okay? And it tells you that this mark, all right, it's going to be either put into your hand or into your forehead. Now, this mark we understand through the word. When you look at there, the word, it's when you go into the blue letter Bible. All right, the word here is charagma, like I said, right, and then it goes into a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses. And when you break this down into its root word, it goes into karax. Okay, when you get into karax, a pale, a stake, a palisade. Okay, and palisade, what this basically is, it's a point. Okay, like a spike. Okay, and this is how we know that this mark is going to be basically stabbed into you. Okay, it's going to be something that's going to go into your body, so it's not symbolic, okay, that this is going to be a literal implant that they're going to put into your body. Okay, so what did Elon Musk say today, right? He announced this. He says the first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. So, and if you're unaware, Neuralink is one of the companies that Elon Musk has been put in charge of. Again, he didn't invent this company. He simply is just the poster boy that these Edomites, when I say Edomites, I'm talking about the Caucasian race, that they basically put him in front of. Okay, when you look into Elon Musk, you'll find out that he's well connected and he's part of the club, but he's simply playing the anti-hero, right? He's playing like the rebel that's going against the system, but he, for the most part, is been given a layup to all of his companies. And you know, like I said again, he didn't invent Tesla. He simply was put as CEO of it. Same thing with the drilling company, same thing with Neuralink, same thing with SpaceX. Okay, and this is all part of these Edomites' plan, right, to bring out some sort of, you know, hero of the people, you know, make him an anti-hero, right? Basically the opposite of Bill Gates, and present both of them, right? You'll have the straight edge Bill Gates, and then you got the rebel without a cause, Elon Musk. Okay, now, like he just said, right? They've successfully implanted their chip into their first human recipient. So let's watch this video real quick, just so we have a good idea of what this Neuralink is.
Hello. We're thrilled to introduce Neuralink's PRIME study, the first clinical trial of a groundbreaking experimental device that could help transform the lives of people with paralysis. Imagine the joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts. This is made possible by placing a small, cosmetically invisible implant in a part of your brain that plans movements. The device is designed to interpret your neural activity so you can operate a computer or a smartphone by simply thinking about moving. No wires or physical movement are required. By participating in the PRIME study, you'd be helping to redefine the boundaries of human capability.
So there's what this whole subject's about, okay? It's the test that they're pushing forward so that way they could get this approved and get it onto the market and basically get it into your head. Now, like we've said before, is that they're going to try to make this a cool benefit to have, right? They're going to make people like want to desire to get this implanted into their head, because they're going to do some like it says, lying wonders and false miracles. Okay, they're going to make the paraplegic be able to walk again or move. They're going to be able to make the blind see, the deaf talk, and all of these things. You're going to see a lot of amazing things come out of technology like this. But you see, what it's going to do is it's going to spiritually tie your soul to these devils. Okay, because you see, the palisade that these devils want to insert into you is ultimately goes back to a law in the Bible in Leviticus that talks about if a slave, when it's time for the slave to leave the master, if the slave wants to stay with his master, that the master has to then basically stab his ear through with a palisade, right? A awl, right? In this case, the mark of the beast is a digital awl, right? AUL. It's kind of like, think about like an ice pick, okay? Or a syringe, like what you see with these implantable RFID microchips, which the mark of the beast is, right? It's either going to be the RFID microchip or the brain chips, okay? And with this, it's going to tie all into Esau CBDC, brand new digital economic system, which is going to be needed to go all over the world or to do pretty much anything in the society. Buy, sell, right? Have a job, like the scripture said in Revelation 13 and 16. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And you see, Satan, just as this is his world right now, he's the ruler over the earth, he has people who he has given the earth into the hands of. Okay, and that would be these Edomites, the Caucasian race. And now, those in power at the very top, they understand that their time is up, that their kingdom is coming to an end. But they have a plan to stay in power, and that plan involves microchipping everybody on the planet to hence become their eternal spiritual slaves. And that way, when the Lord does return, he'll have nobody else to give the promise to but them, and hence continuing their reign eternally. But that's not how it's going to happen. The Bible tells you that it doesn't matter what they do, but they're going to eventually be put out and eventually go into captivity for 1,000 years, and then they'll eventually go extinct. So let's go and read this article real quick and just get down to what actually has happened. So this is on January 29th today. It says, the first human patient has received an implant from the brain chip startup Neuralink on Sunday and is recovering well, the company's billionaire founder Elon Musk said. Initial results show promising neural spike detection, Musk said in a post on the social media platform X on Monday. Spikes are activity by neurons, which the National Institute of Health describes as cells that use electrical and chemical signals to send information around the brain and the body. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration had given the company clearance last year to, which by the way, this was like at the end of last year, so all these things now are moving extremely fast. And there's a reason for it, which we'll get into in just a bit. Last year, to conduct its first trial to test its implant on humans, a critical milestone in the startup's ambitions to help patients overcome paralysis and a host of neurologic conditions. So this right here is the cover story. Okay, this is how these devils are going to get this onto the market, and then once it goes onto the market as a positive force, right? Healing the sick, and all these things here is going to eventually be provided to your standard everyday citizen, right? And it's going to be offered as providing some sort of benefit, right? Being able to text without typing, right? Being able to play games without using a controller. And then eventually what's going to happen is that the government's going to step in, and they're going to require that people that want to interact in this new digital economy have some sort of biometric identity. Okay, and these RFID implantable chips or Neuralink brain chips, and there's more companies than just Neuralink, but these chips are going to satisfy that biometric identity requirement. Okay, and these are going to be what ties you ultimately into Esau's system, the beast system. Okay, continuing. In September, Neuralink said it received approval from recruitment for the human trial. The study uses a robot to surgically place a brain-computer interface (BCI) implant in a region of the brain that controls the intention to move. Neuralink said previously, adding that its initial goal is to enable people to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts alone. The implant's ultra-fine threads help transmit signals in participants' brains, Neuralink has said. The first product from Neuralink would be called telepathy, Musk said in a separate post on X. The startup's prime study is a trial for its wireless brain-computer interface to evaluate the safety of the implant and surgical robot. Neuralink did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for further details. The company has faced calls for scrutiny regarding its safety protocols. Reuters reported earlier this month that the company was fined for violating U.S. Department of Transportation rules regarding the movement of hazardous materials. The company was valued at about $5 billion last June, but four lawmakers in late November asked the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to investigate whether Musk had misled investors about the safety of its technology after veterinary records showed problems with the implants on monkeys included paralysis, seizures, and brain swelling. Right? And check that out, because it tells you that whoever gets these marks in the Bible, it tells you that they are going to have grievous sores upon them. All right, let's get that. This is that can be found in Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So you see, so that grievous and noisome sore that's basically a cancer, right? It's going to be some sort of heavy sickness, but more likely going to be some sort of cancer tumor, or what we read here, right? Included paralysis, seizures, brain swelling. Okay. Musk wrote in a social media post on September 10th that no monkey has died as a result of a Neuralink implant. He added that the company's choice terminal monkeys to minimize risk to healthy ones. So there you go. So that right there is where we are right now, Akim. Right, the mark of the beast is now in a trial phase. It's already now been implanted in a human, and that person has now opened up the gateway for these chips to be planted in other humans. This is Job 18:11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And this is ultimately talking about the wicked in rulership, right? These Edomites. Okay? And right now what's happening is that you have terrors going on all around them. Now some of them are self-inflicted, right? These devils for the most part are causing this chaos, which they're hoping to bring forward the order that they're seeking, right? That new world order. But that isn't going to happen, right? But in doing so, because these Edomites are scared and they see what's happening, right? They see that they're running out of time. That's making them scared, and what that's causing is causing them to rush. And this is why you're seeing companies like SpaceX, Neuralink, all these other companies that Musk and all these other elites like Zuckerberg, the guy that runs Amazon, Bezos, and all these other Edomite kings. You're seeing them start to do some exaggerated shit, like build underground, fallout bunkers on little islands, or rush through all these medical experiments with no stopping. Okay, because again, to see how fast things are being approved and all the red tape that's being skipped for Elon Musk, for example, it's obvious that they have an agenda that they're trying to fulfill. And that's because, one, like it tells you here, right, that these terrors that are surrounding them, right, all the change that's coming upon them, right, all these other nations standing up against them, right, it's driving them to their feet. Now that doesn't mean that they're literally standing up, but that means that now they're taking a more active role, right? They're pressing forward. There's another term for it. This is Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And this microchips in your brain or in your hand, right, and needing them to be part of this new system, this B system, has been foretold in the Bible for thousands of years. And it's finally here. We're finally seeing it come to pass. So that being said, we have to be vigilant and understand what it's going to mean to take these these marks that Esau is giving out, right? Though he's going to promise you the world, he literally is going to promise you the world. He's going to show you a whole world that you'll have access to as long as you get his mark. Okay, he's going to give you that UBI, Universal Basic Income, so that way you won't have to work. He's going to show you all the security benefits you're going to need from it. You're going to no longer have to worry about, your kids being abducted and taken to secret islands or sold into the sex trade, right? You're going to, not have to worry about your health. Things are going to be automatically taken care of. It's going to, in these devils, watch, mark my words, they're going to promise you immortality. Okay, remember, Satan is going to offer you everything that the Lord's going to offer you, but in a skewed manner. Okay, but what's that famous saying, man? The devil's a lie, right? Satan's a lie, and his people are lies too. So these Edomites, like the Bible tells us, man, is to never trust our enemy, no matter how good they make it seem, and no matter how repentant and nice they seem. Okay. Because again, these devils, the ones at the top, your average day Edomite, your next door neighbor, your co-workers, they don't know anything, right? They're just, in the dark as most of our people, right? But the leaders and the rulers of this world, the ones that are connected through their occult schools, like the Freemasons, higher corporate, basically these Edomites that know what's up. They know what's going on. They know that they're Edomites. They know that we're their mortal enemies, and they're going to do everything they can to try to, take us out of the picture. So again, this is where we have to be smart, Aki, and we have to make sure that, we stay vigilant and keep watching these things as they come. This is Revelations 14:9. And a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, nor day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here's is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai. So there you have it, Akim. You know, the Bible tells us very plainly, right, of the things that are happening or the things that are going to happen before they happen. Now it's up to us to pay attention to the words of the Lord and make sure to hide ourselves when we see this danger coming. So hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rukok Wadash. Shalom.